I've always avoided buying whole fish at the supermarket. I've always found that it's, well actually no, I've always thought it was a quality thing and a price thing. But this guy was actually really cost effective. This one was 20 bucks for this great big Kahawai. So what you're looking for is you want to make sure you've got like nice, beautiful, shiny eyes with no dulling in them. You want to make sure it's got this really nice, not sticky sort of membrane on it. You want to make sure it's nice and firm and that there's no no fishy odors, no anything too smelly. Look at this. It was less than 20 bucks for this whole fish. So I'm going to break it down and I'm going to see how many portions I can get off it and how many dishes I can make with that. I'm going to use the bones, I'm going to use the wings, and I'm going to use everything up. I'm going to have a go at using the guts too. It's something I'm not very familiar with. I haven't really cooked with fish offal before. So drop me a note in the comments what you think I should do with the fish offal, but I'm going to do some research as well and see how we go. So we'll start off with our fish. This is a nice big fat kahawai. This time of year they get real juicy and thick and delicious. So we're going to flip them over and we are going to open up from there to the bottom of these fins here, and we're going to open up. And I want to leave a little bit of belly on the wings so that we get a nice meaty portion there. So if you're not using the wings, which you should always use the wings, you'd come in nice and tight. But I'm going to come in a little bit further up just to give myself some really nice meaty wings for later on. And then as you get closer, you want to come up underneath that fin and straight up down to the top of the head. You then want to sort of find a spot along the back of the backbone and make a light incision. And you can join that where you sort of had the back of the backbone. You then want to use your knife and you want to just go nice long strokes down the back of the backbone. And then when you get to where this fin starts, you want to go from the top up over the backbone, straight down on an angle, and you can run your knife all the way down to the tail. And you just sort of let the angle of the fish do the work for you. And get all of that belly. For this last bit, you want to come through, there's some sort of rib bones in here. Same on the other side. Use your scissors. You can cut around and come right up to the top. And see here we've got all of this beautiful belly meat that would, when you cook it anyway, it would otherwise overcook. So on the wing we're going to get a really nice, beautiful, thick portion of meat. So here we've got the fish now. So we've got a couple of fillets. We've got our frames and head over here that we're going to make a stock from. We've got our wings. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the wings yet. And we've got our roe that I need some help on how to cook it. I'm a bit, it's not my usual, you know. So you can come under all these belly bones. Same thing. Under. And there's quite a lot of bloodline that runs through the center line there, so we are going to trim that out as well. So this is the update. So we've got the 4 nice fillets, the 2 belly pieces and the 2 loin pieces. Couple of wings. We've got that. These are just some sort of tail scraps that are still good meat that I'm going to use for recipe. And then we've got our stockpile up. Now I'm going to put the bloodline, the skin, and everything in here. I want to get all of the flavour out of it. So we're just going to make a roasted fish stock. So we're just going to arrange this in here, sort of as best we can. Make sure we get our big old head in there. And then these are the important bits here, the frames. All of that bloodline's fine. It's all flavour. And we're going to roast this off until it's all golden and delicious, and we're going to make a roasted fish stock for a little pasta dish I want to make. Alrighty, so I want to get at least 4 portions out of this prime meat, and then I got 4 great dishes that we're going to do up. So one of the first ones I'm going to do, and I'm going to use a piece of the actual like prime loin. So one of the things I want to do is that Nobu miso burnt marinated glazed fish. They typically use cod. I'm going to use this beautiful kahawai. I think it's going to be a really great fit. but I want a nice middle chunky loin for that one. So we're going to take off this piece here, we're going to save that, and we're going to take that piece there. And that for me is a really beautiful portion for a sort of one piece serve. I want to do a little crumbed fish sandwich with a nice little tartar sauce. So same thing, we're going to take the middle piece, we're going to take that bit off there, trim off any ugly bits. We're going to take that piece there. And I want this to be like nice and crispy and delicious. So I'm actually going to butterfly it to make a nice like burger sized piece for our crumb fish sandwich. So that's our nice piece there that we're going to use for our crumb fish sandwich. I've got some delicious, this stuff here. I'm going to give it a bit more of a wrap in another video, but I've got some delicious sauce here that's available at the supermarket now. I'm going to turn that into some sort of like fried fish bits, like a little sesame crust. I'm going to do it with some rice and some bok choy, and that's going to be a delicious little man. So all we're going to do is we're going to cut it against the grain into sort of bite-sized pieces like that. And we're going to go for, we're going to be generous, we're going to do 10 of these, which is way too much for a main, but we've got lots of fish, so we may as well. It's perfect for all these tail pieces too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then with all of this trim, we're going to make, it's actually a dish I used to make at a restaurant called Rata that I used to work at, with these nice little chunks here. Right, so I'll put those in the tray. We're going to do an open ravioli, so I'm going to use the roasted fish stock that's in the oven now, and we're going to make a little butter sauce for it with a whole load of veggies, and we're going to make some pasta, and we're going to do a little open ravioli, open Kahawai ravioli. So we just want nice, delicious little chunks like that. We're actually going to get 5. So with these last two little tail bits, I'll think of something else, but I haven't decided yet. So from that one big juicy Kahawai, we've got our 5 one-piece portions. So we've got our nice squared off pieces that we're going to use for ravioli. We've got our little cut against the grain sort of Asian style fishy bits that we're going to do a sesame crust on for some deep fried with bok choy and rice. That's going to go with the gong sauce. We've got the butterfly piece here that we're going to crumb and make a fish sandwich with. We've got the nice big juicy fillet here that we're going to do Nobu styles in the miso burnt marinade. We've got 2 bonus bits here that I haven't decided what we're going to do. We've got all of that, we've got the wings, and we've got the offal, so plenty of fish off that one fish.